Hi everybody, welcome back to DeCotis Farm here on the beautiful Fidelity campus in Smithfield, Rhode Island. I am Peter, I'm the farmer around here, and today we're going to be doing one of my favorite things to do, which is planting potatoes. And not only are we going to be planting potatoes, we're going to be planting them in a potato tower. So this here, and I'll get into what that is in just a second, but first I just want to get into what we're looking for in our potatoes. So this is what's called a seed potato. So we're going to be using this as a seed. It's just one big seed we're going to put in the soil. And what we look for in a seed potato are these little sprouts. Just you can see them just coming out there. And this is just a regular potato that I picked off the kitchen counter. And we just cut them in half. You can have your mom or dad cut them in half. But you really want to look for these little sprouts, and we call those eyes. And we'll get into what those are in just a second. But we have our seed potato here, and the next thing we look for is good, healthy soil to put the potatoes into. So this soil, it's nice and dark and rich, and it's full of all those things that plants love to eat so they can get big and healthy and give us a lot of potatoes. And the next thing I look for is what we call bedding. And that is just this hay here. And we're going to put that along the bottom of our potato tower. And then we're going to put the soil on top, and then we're going to put the potatoes in the soil, and then we're going to cover up the potatoes in soil, and we'll have our first layer. So let's get into it. So we take our hay, our bedding, and we just put that all along the bottom here. And what that is going to do is that's going to hold our soil in place so it doesn't spill out the sides, but it's also going to provide a lot of room for the potato itself to grow into and give us more potatoes. So now that we have our bedding, we were going to put our soil down. So we have our bucket and we have our soil here. We're just going to dump it right in. And we want a nice thick layer because that soil is going to have most of the things the plants like to eat. But again, we don't want to put so much that it spills over the top of the tower. So we just want to keep an eye on that. There we go. And just so you guys know what it looks like, I'll give you a little bird's eye view here. So this is what we're looking like. We just have our hay bedding, and we have our soil there. And the next thing we want to do is we want to plant our potatoes. So we want to plant these sort of close to the outside of the tower because these plants are going to come from these sprouts. They're going to shoot out, and they'll have these nice green leaves on them, and just beneath, they'll be making potatoes. So let's plant our potatoes. And when we plant our potatoes, we want to make sure that the cut side is down. And we want to make sure it's a nice snug fit right into that soil. We want as much contact with this surface in the soil as we can get. And again, just so you guys know what we're looking at, there we go. Now, one of the last things we're going to do for this layer is to cover the potatoes with more soil. So. And there we have our first layer of our potato tower. So we're going to do this about maybe 3 more times, and it's going to get right to the top of the tower here. And at the very end, we're going to top it off with soil, and on top we're going to plant whatever flowers we like, just to make it really pretty. So I hope you have great luck with your potato towers at home, and I'll be checking in later. Thanks so much. Bye.